Hello and good morning and welcome to the Manchester United transfer news special daily on the United stand. Last one with the Christmas tree. It's going down later on tonight. I wish it was Christmas tree for Laney. I wish he was the last day with him at Manchester United, but that's not likely to happen. I don't think it's going to happen this month anyway, but we can dream. 2017 has started off okay, apart from this Spurs loving because they've won one match against Chelsea. Pochettino the best manager in England and Dele Alli the best midfielder. Dream on, dream on. There's one word in relation to the midfielder, and it's called Paul Pogba. Dele Alli is a good player, but he's not on that level for me. Talking about, first of all, then, I'm going to mess this name up completely. Hakan Calhanoglu. Draw to roll around in his bed. I nearly said his grave. He's not dead. But, Hakan Calhanoglu, Turkish, 22 years old, set-piece specialist. We spoke about him probably about 8, maybe even longer. It was before Christmas last year. Is he linked to Manchester United? Probably not. Oscar obviously went from Chelsea to China. Chelsea meant to be interested in this lad. He plays for Bayer Leverkusen. But when he was spoken to by the press yesterday, he basically said that it would be very hard to refuse Manchester United or Barcelona because they are the biggest clubs in the world, which is always nice for a little ego boost, but we know we are anyway. I don't think we're linked in him. He can play anywhere behind the striker, a bit like a Griezmann sort of player. We're going to go for Griezmann in the summer. Why would we go for him? But, the news is there, so we'll mention him, and he is a very good offset pieces, Turkish international, like I say. And he does fit into that sort of early 20s category, but I can't see that one happening. Another one from Germany as well. We mentioned it on Skype Goldbridge last night. Thomas Muller, Lothar Matthäus coming out and saying that there is no place for him in the Bayern Munich squad. Ancelotti plays quite a rigid system, and Muller doesn't really fit into it. Thomas Muller, Manchester United wanted to spend all sorts of money on him in the summer. Van Gaal's last summer. Offered up to £80 million. Bayern Munich wouldn't move. Ancelotti obviously not in charge then. Pep, the failure for Guardiola, was. Mourinho is known to be an admirer of Muller, as a lot of people are, but he's had a poor season for Bayern Munich, not really playing as much as he would like. 1 goal this season, I believe. Awful for someone of that quality. But does he fit into Manchester United's system? I would argue probably not. You could probably, Mata, Mkhitaryan at number 10, even Rooney, they're more, well, maybe Rooney not so much, but they are good at home. Muller is a big physical player. Maybe he could drop into a midfield three of a Carrick, a Pogba and a Muller. And when you're away from home, he can do the defensive stuff, but obviously he's great in that position. I don't think it's going to happen. It would cost us a lot of money, and again, we're sort of hopefully going to be going for, we're going to go for Griezmann, so why would we go for Muller? So I don't think there's anything in that. Lassana Diarra, talk of us getting him from Marseille. It feels like he must be about 41. He's 31. There is interest from China in him. For those old enough to remember, Portsmouth, he was there. I think he was at Arsenal. He was at Chelsea, to name 3 clubs. Moved around quite a lot. Some might say mercenary. So probably will end up in China. He falls into that category again, doesn't he? He's a bit like a Kante, a Matuidi, etc. Defensive midfielder who's just going to break up the play. He's not bad on the ball either. But from what I know of him, as I said, he's had so many clubs. He strikes me as a mercenary sort of player. Do you want that sort of player at Manchester United? Also, he's 31. He's getting on a bit. I think there's better options out there. Wait till the summer, get Bakayoko, maybe push Chelsea for Kessie from Atalanta, who again is 22. So I wouldn't be interested in that. I don't think there's anything in it. I think it's just simply because Marseille came out and said that they would be interested in Morgan Schneiderlin yesterday, and obviously Diarra's got Marseille, and that's how it works sometimes with I think this was in the Metro, so it figures, again, it's just 2 and 2 and getting 22 instead of 4. I don't think there's anything in Diarra. If anybody was interested in him, just very quickly on relation to people leaving Manchester United, Memphis, they've basically come out and said that Memphis cannot go on a loan deal. He's got to be on a full-time deal, which is what we knew a few weeks ago. Jose said that. I just think the press sometimes don't listen to actually what's said by our manager. The only player who's going out on loan is Sam Johnston to Aston Villa. The rest, if they leave, will be going on permanent deals, which just shows that the people who are leaving don't have a future at Manchester United, i.e. Schneiderlin, Memphis. And I think Schweinsteiger for a different reason. I just think Jose doesn't see him as part of his long-term plans. But some people are saying Memphis should play against Reading on Saturday. I'm doing the live Manchester United versus Reading preview on tonight at 8:30. A lot of people are saying, Memphis should be playing against Reading, and some people have even said Schneider, and it baffles me really. Are you Manchester United fans or are you Manchester City fans, where it doesn't really matter? There is no depth, there is no backbone. I mean, this Memphis, our manager has come out and said that Memphis told him 2 months ago that he wants to leave. The ego can go. And you can leave the number 7 shirt behind you and you can go. I don't want Memphis in a Manchester United shirt anymore. If he's asked to leave, that's his choice. It's a free country. But if you've been given absolutely everything at Manchester United, 2 years of opportunities, you've blown that away with your embroidered seats in your Bentley. You've been given the number 7 shirt. I mean, it's not only have you been signed by Manchester United, which is any boy's dream. Hopefully a girl's one day when they actually have a team. But you were given the number 7 shirt as well. I mean, that is like, there is nothing better. That is why that was done. Idiotic by whoever was in charge of transfers and Van Gaal to give him that number 7 shirt was really stupid, or at best naive and disrespectful and understanding of what Manchester United is. Just hand that number 7 shirt out twice to 2 absolute mercenaries as well, Di Maria and Memphis. But he was given the number 7 shirt as well. Now he's asked to leave. I mean, it just shows you the character of the man. Ego, weak-minded, and not prepared to put in the work. Because I think he has got the ability. I think he could go to Everton or somewhere else and play really well. But you know what? I will not be in 3 months, 3 years, when he's playing quite well, saying, we let Memphis go, that was a mistake. No, it's not going to be a mistake, because he's had the opportunities. He's got the bad attitude. Get rid of him. So I don't want him anywhere near the team. However, my team for the Reading game and the Hull game should raise a few eyebrows. I hope a lot of you will agree with it. And that'll be live at 8:30 tonight with the preview. So join us for that and get involved. I'm nearly covering my camera up, which I don't want to do. So, and finally, I should have said it at the start. Some people are predicting that Victor Lindelof, there'll be some movement on that today. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Obviously, we'll go live if there is any transfers going off. But if I was a betting man, which I am now, I'm doing quite well. I'll discuss that tonight at 8:30 as well. It could happen any day, but some people think it'll happen today. So keep your eyes on Victor Lindelof. I still believe it will happen. But thanks everybody for watching. I think we've covered everything we need to cover for now. We'll be back at 8:30 with the preview for the Reading game, and we'll be back if there's anything else live. This is our 3rd day in a row doing this, so drop us a like if you are enjoying the transfer vlogs. And I shall speak to you very soon. Drop a like on the video. Get commenting below if you're not watching live, if there's a player you've missed or you want to talk about anything we've covered. And I shall see you very, very soon. Thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you later on.